Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, the Two Opinionated podcast could really use your help. And it's easy, it's free. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, imdb.com, named us a top 100 podcast. We came in at number 82. That's a big deal because there's 15 million podcasts and growing. So to be named to anybody's top 100 list, pretty big deal for us. And the way you can help is to go to imdb.com, look up the Two Opinionated podcast, and that's it. Just bringing our page up. That traffic really helps us out. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. All we ask is that you subscribe. It's also free, but that really helps us to attract these amazing guests that we keep bringing on the program. And that's it. Two easy ways for you to support us, and we would really appreciate the help. Now let's get to that interview. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Two Opinionated. I'm so excited today. I've got actor Nathan Simmons with me. So welcome, Nathan.
Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for inviting me on here.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk with you. You know, I had Cliff Saunders on last night.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Gosh, I love Cliff. I love Cliff,
Well,
man.
Cliff's the best, and I told him because we've had he was the eighth cast member from we've had on the show.
Oh,
So you're the ninth,
I'm the ninth.
but
Lucky
he
number
just
nine.
barely beat you. He was the first guy that I've gotten from the show. I had seven of the women, only Cliff, but now
Oh,
it's
and he beat
Nathan.
me up, man.
But now it's
Man,
still he beat you by one day. That's what
dang,
I
I
told
love to
him.
have that honor.
He said to make sure I brought it up.
Yeah, of course he would. You know, number two ain't that bad. It's not number
No,
one.
two's not too bad, but
Not
you
that
got to still
bad. Not that
behind,
bad.
7-2. So
Yeah, that's true.
we
Yeah,
got to catch that up. When you get back on set, you fuss at those guys. You be like,
I
"Hey,
will. Oh yeah, I'll drag them on next time. I'll
we're
drag them
not
on with me.
representing."
Yeah. Even if we're filming, I'll bring him on.
So Nathan, let's start this way because I know you're still fairly new to the
Yeah.
acting world. Talk a little bit about what got you into the entertainment business. That's a tough business
Oh,
to go into. Why'd you want
listen.
to do that?
It's funny. I think I always wanted to do it, as a kid and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think I'm gonna take the long route, right? The long route around. But I think back in high school, my drama teacher, her name's Melanie Kennedy, she I guess inspired me,
Oh,
I was a musician. I've, been playing music since I was like young, like 10, 11 or whatever. And yeah, I took it as an elective in high school, and like I
yep.
guess she really helped push me along, and was looking out for me. And then that little bit, it was something that stayed special in high school, and it wasn't until I got to university where I was trying to play football. Like I had this whole plan, like I was injured, so I was going to play club football, so I strengthened my knees and all this, and then in that process, I found a theater school, and once
Yep.
I got there, like everything just started falling into place. Like I started, like I actually went there for sciences, I want to be like a forensic psychologist, like that was
Oh,
my
really?
career goal, like forensic
Yeah.
psychology. And man, I suck, man. Like I would study, I suck, man. I would go to the library until like 12, 1 in the morning, like going over my notes, come back with from the exam and still get a 30, man. It was stressful. But
I've had that
acting on the
class,
other
I
side,
think.
it's like you took that class, man?
No, not that one. For me it was calculus. So
Oh, yeah.
I was the one that first day of class the teacher tells you, half of you won't be here tomorrow. That was
Yeah.
I was like, all
All
right.
right, Richard. I remember even in a calculus classroom, I was a kid, I was raising my hand being like, so, but why does that work? And like, he tell me, I'm like, okay, I still don't get it.
Me
Like,
either.
he's like, see me after class, Nathan. That was my experience.
I mean, compared to that, acting might actually be a little easier.
Yeah, it is. I find, at least for
Yeah.
me, I mean, I feel there's a point about it though. You have to be okay with showing your vulnerability bare and open. You know what I mean?
That's hard for a
Like
lot
you,
of people.
yeah, it is. It's hard for me, like just to be that vulnerable so you can um like be present with your scene
Yeah.
partners and stuff, right? That's hard. And um especially like, even like this past season, I had a lot of stuff going on interpersonally, and like for me, when I'm watching, I say, oh, I can tell, like I can tell, emotionally I'm closed off and stuff like that. I just hope my scene partners don't, but I think there is a part that takes a lot of training and trust of how to,
That's right.
allow yourself to open up, and I think that's what, um, even before I got into acting, you know, just even that high school, drama course, university, theater degree, um, I think those really help benefit me, first off knowing what I wanted to do in my life and also knowing more of myself, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Are you are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Man, I think I'm an extrovert. I'm a mix. I'm a mix. I think I am an extrovert. Like either that or I just don't. I just like talking because I like talking with people. But I do like I like I think this might be the musician part of me though that says like
Yeah.
I love being alone. Um, if I play some video games or mostly like if I'm practicing my bass and stuff like that, for me that helps really recharge me and
Yeah.
it gives me energy. But too much of that, then I feel weird. So I do have to get
Yeah,
out.
you makes you kind of isolated if you get
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Too much.
I
Yeah,
get
like
it.
solitaire. Yeah. I
I
think I need both a bit of both worlds, right? Like I'm fine being alone, but
yeah.
I need to see like your beautiful face talking to me today. I need this. I
You
need
need to
this.
aim higher.
Yeah, no. I like where I am. No.
So, what instruments do you play?
Um, I play the bass. That's my like primary percussion instrument. I also do play a bit of piano
Yeah.
and a little bit like yeah, it's not at a professional level yet, but I can chord like if it's studio session or something, I can chord what I want. Um,
Do you
and
write your
the
own music?
congas. I do. I write my own music.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Been
then
starting over the
piano can
past
come
two
in
years.
handy, even if you can't play professionally yet. It probably
Yeah.
helps you with writing the music.
Oh, it really does. It really does. Like so much. Like you only hold melodies in your heads until you put it on under something, right? So
That's right.
yeah, that really does help. And I also do some writing for other people. Like I started, especially the past like year, I've been really into that. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's good. That's good.
yeah.
Are you releasing music or is it more just for
Uh
you?
right now, no, not releasing. I should try to release something
You
soon,
should.
but yeah, it's been things are busy. But no, but I did write a Christmas song for an artist
Nice.
named Harms. He has a Christmas EP
Yeah.
called I believe Mistletoe Memories, and I wrote on that one, and I think uh, I'm doing some writing for him again soon too. So yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
been
great.
yeah,
That's great. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
in acting or in music, you have to do your own stuff. I mean, it's
You
so
have to.
hard, and there's always those gaps in between
Hmm.
jobs, with that stuff. So if you've got your own stuff to fill in, it's not that big a deal. You're
No, no.
busy the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. That's I think also what I'm blessed like that I at least have these two different
Yeah.
capabilities, I'll say for lack of a better word, but capabilities because when it's dry, like in 2023, when it's dry, I was playing like bass, professionally, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I wasn't I was stressed because I wanted to work, but like my creative side was still being
Yeah,
fed,
you were still engaged. I know
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was my wife works for Live Nation and she has for
Ooh,
25 years and she loves her
wow.
job. She loves what she does. But early in her career, it wasn't fulfilling her the way she would like.
Hmm.
She wasn't quite doing the exact job that she wanted to do. So her way to get around that to still be fulfilled was she started volunteering. So she did a lot of volunteering around the area and stuff, and that kind of filled
Mm.
that space where she was needing to create and do something until the job caught up. Once the
Yeah,
job
yeah.
caught up and she was happy with it, then she she scaled back on the rest. But
Volunteer.
for a while, that's how she got through it. And I always thought that was such a great way to do it because most of us, if we're in a job we don't like, we're just in a job we don't like and we let it just
That's so
make us
true.
miserable. But if you find
Hmm.
other ways to get, have an outlet and stuff and just kind of look at the job at that time as more paying the bills,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and it keeps you hopeful too,
It
It keeps you
does.
hopeful, keep you young if you find like that passion that, can drive you,
Yeah.
even if until you work, even if you have a job and find that passion until that passion can be your career. You know what I mean? Like something that
Yeah.
keeps you satisfied, you know.
Hey, I
Yeah.
saw you had an appearance on Moonshine.
You see that? Yes, I did. Yeah. Oh man. You know, funny enough, I was working crew on that show when I had that. I was
Oh,
working,
really?
yeah, I was working crew, like locations PA. That, yeah, yeah.
What does the locations PA do? Are you scouting for locations? Is that what you're doing?
Uh no, I think it might be different in different places, but I know for at least in Nova Scotia, that's where I was doing crew on. It's like the jack of all trades, you know. You helping
Yeah.
the grips put up tents. Have to have some understanding of like propane and everything. Yeah,
Oh, you're
the
like the Swiss Army knife.
electrical. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I remember on Moonshine, there was a hurricane, and I had to go in like I had to learn my knots early. I'm happy that I had to because I had to go in like batten down a bunch of tents so they wouldn't flow away, which were covering like camera gear and all these things, and dealing with flooding and trying to get that out. So
Well,
really, it's a really like taking care of the entire set and everybody's, you know, everything. But
I mean, that's pretty
yeah.
cool. What you know, West Virginia, we know a little bit about Moonshine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you mean that moonshine, that good
yeah.
moonshine.
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 But yeah, I was like,
Listen,
oh, I
my
gotta
cousin from
check.
Tennessee, and he, oh my gosh, he brought me back some moonshine.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
just the other day.
Tennessee can make some
Yeah.
moonshine.
Oh my gosh. I said, this is crazy.
I
I took
went
a sip of
to
that.
uh,
Oh,
I
what the
went to
heck?
Tennessee last let's see, September, and
Yeah.
we went to a music festival, but it was held in a cave. So it was
What?
pretty neat. So they had a stage outside the cave, but there was also a stage inside the cave.
Yo, I have to go here.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Look it up. It's called Cave Fest.
Cave Fest. Oh, put
It
that
was the
down
best.
quick.
I we went you at some point in the weekend they gave us a
Yeah.
tour of a different cave, and you get into that cave system, you're way back in there, and they flip the lights off, and it's
Yeah.
dark in a cave, so it's just dark, and he only turned it
No.
off for a second, but then when he flips it back on, there's a whole band sitting there,
No.
and they start playing Purple Rain.
Like
I was
ah.
like a bluegrass version of Purple Rain. I was like in a cave. I was like, this is amazing. Yeah,
This
you
is
need to look
beautiful.
that
I
up.
think
Cave Fest.
Cave Fest. I just put that down on my notes. I'm taking
Yeah, yeah.
Cave Fest. Oh
I
my
think we're gonna
God.
go back next year.
Yeah.
It was one my wife found, and I was like, Cave Fest. That sounds I don't know. But
That
then I
sounds
went and I was
foolish.
like, this is amazing.
That is incredible, man. Because you guys are Nashville, like Nashville, Tennessee, down there, right? You guys are Nashville, and I've only heard dreams
Oh, you
about.
need to go to Nashville. Yeah, yeah. We're it's a 5 hour drive from where I
Yeah,
live
yeah, yeah,
in Nashville. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I went the first time, not this past year, but in 23. That was the first time I've
yeah.
been to Nashville. It's great.
Wow.
Very similar to Austin, Texas. If
Mm-hmm.
you've ever been to Austin, that's another
No,
great music town. So
yeah, it's in
we
Texas
got
too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I love music,
You need
and
to
y'all
come
got that
over.
real
Get
bluegrass,
over here.
bluegrass down there. So, yeah,
Yeah, bluegrass pretty good. It's funny because bluegrass isn't something that I tend to listen to, like if I'm in the
yeah.
car or something. But when it comes on, I always enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
It's
know,
good music,
it's
man.
good
It's
music.
good music. It's good music.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I
it's
enjoy it.
really good. Hey,
Yeah.
is wasn't from didn't it get filmed in Nova Scotia?
It did, yes, yeah,
Was
it
that
did.
was that did that help you get the job because you were already there, or was that just luck?
Um, I think it was just luck and coincidence. I think
Yeah,
so. It's so funny that whole story. Like, so I did a theater show back in 2022,
yeah.
2021. Did a theater show. It was called Servant Elizabeth. It was based off of The Crown, and I did that in Victoria, BC, British Columbia, like the
Yeah.
West Coast. And I was out there for a while, and I finished that show, and I was like, you know what? I'm moving here in 2022. Like, I didn't do something for my career. I wanted to act like, oh man, like, I want to get out here.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump the gun. And then I found more crew work because I was lucky enough that whole summer I worked Moonshine, and then that following
Oh,
Christmas,
Moonshine came before.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was behind on Moonshine when I
Yeah.
watched it. It had already been out for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
I was thinking it came after you had got on From, but it was actually before, which makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So were
Like
you
literally, it's
doing
like the
you were
year.
doing crew on From too?
No, no, I didn't. So the same production company I was doing crew with
Oh, okay.
for a show called Washington Black, which I
Gotcha.
also had the opportunity to act on as well. And it's not out yet. Hopefully it's coming out soon. But I had opportunity to. And
Yeah.
after that, I was like, you know what? I think um, I'm going to move somewhere. I want to move to, once again, I was like, I'm going to move to BC. And then I booked another theater job in Toronto. It's supposed to
Yep.
be a good sized theater
You're
job.
all over Canada.
Oh man, I was for a point, yeah. And then it's funny enough, I had that job and I flew to Toronto for this workshop they wanted me to be at. So they flew me to Toronto. And as I was there, I got the call I had to do from. So I had to like back out like 2 days into this like big theater contract. I had to cut out for from. And that's how it started. And you know, right back, still here at home, which is good though, because I got to stay around my family a lot more. And
Yeah.
I'm really blessed. Like everything that's happened since like 2021, you know, has been great for me. I feel
That's a
very blessed.
lot in 3 years.
It's true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you've been busy.
I would like sometimes I want to be busier. But no,
You
I don't
always
like
want that until it happens, and then you're
yeah,
like,
that
"Oh,
is
I
true.
just wish it'd slow down."
Yeah, I want that 5 hours a night, you know, that 5 hours a night sleep schedule. That's what I really want, man. No. Um but yeah, no, I've been busy and I'm very grateful. I'm very happy. And then I think just with me, I just love the work. Like I love acting. I just
Yeah.
love that craft and I like more of it. The more I can do, you know, I feel like the happier I'm feeling. And
Well,
uh
we love you on from poor Elgin has really he's had a difficult time, and he's a little misunderstood
he
still.
is. Thank you. Thank you. You
Yeah.
understand? Yes, he is misunderstood. Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
play him really well. From the moment on the bus when he gets
Yeah.
sick, and then for poor Elgin, it's just one thing after another.
It's
The
true.
entire time, and then you start worrying about him because he starts doing some stuff, and you're like, I don't know if that's what he's supposed to be doing, but he's doing it for the right reasons. He's trying to help.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
may be a
yeah.
little misguided, but he's trying to help.
He's trying to help. Did you believe the trail he was headed down? Did you believe he was being misguided, or do you believe actually there could have been something to it by the end of the
Well,
end of the
I
season?
think for my wife and I, we were guessing the whole time, so it could go either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was
yeah.
believable.
Yeah.
If he was being influenced, let's say, to go a certain way, because he's getting some visitations, he's getting influenced.
Yeah.
That's believable. We believe that. But at the heart of it, we also believe Elgin's out there trying to do the right thing.
Hmm.
He just may be misguided.
Yeah. Yeah, and he is.
That
Yeah,
may
he
not
was
be
misguided.
right.
Yeah.
You know, Let me ask you
Yeah.
this. Do
All right,
you
go
know
ahead.
what's going on?
No, no, not at all.
That's
Not at all.
everybody. I told you, you're number nine that I've talked to.
Number 9.
Nobody has a clue.
Still, wow. That's so weird. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like I really been thinking like what could happen. I don't know what's happening this coming up season. Like I feel like I think they gave us a lot of answers, you know,
They
but
did,
I think
but they
there's
also
a
added
lot of
some
questions.
mystery.
Exactly. I wouldn't say yeah, exactly.
Every
And
time I
so
think I've got it figured out, they throw a new twist in there.
yeah.
Like this. I think it was this past. Was it this past season? The Leafs started changing collars.
Season
Was
2.
that two? That was two. So then it
Yeah.
starts doing that. You get,
Yeah.
she gets thrown back to the real world, if you call it that. But then she
Yeah.
comes back with his dad. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. So
It's insane.
well, the question is any of it real? You know,
That's a good question too.
because it
I
could be. I've heard all that. It could be purgatory, it could be another
yeah.
dimension, they could be lost in time, but none of
Oh
that
yeah.
quite seemed right to me.
No, no, it doesn't. I think that's something that I thought of heavy too. It's just funny because I like when I'm acting, I like to have, you know, my end before I start working on my beginning.
Yeah,
And From is such a unique show where they don't give you an end. Like I didn't even know what was going to happen in episode 5 when I started. Like it's literally, you know, one episode, 2 episodes, and you just gotta, you know, run with it.
you just gotta kind of
Um,
roll with the punches, I guess.
yeah,
Well, and you don't know.
exactly.
It's not like everybody's surviving, so you don't even know
No,
if your character is going to make it.
that is true. That is true. I have to prepare myself. Like even before I get to set, whenever we film, you know, we got to film this year, but whenever we film, I'm preparing myself, being like, like this is it. I did it last year too. This is it. This is the last season I'm on. So, just make the most of your memories, and like do the best work you can.
Right.
And then I survived. I'm like, okay.
Cliff said he's hoping for a flashback so he
A
can come
flashback?
back.
Yeah. I want Cliff to come back too.
I told him though, I was like, you had like one of the epic deaths.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You go through a tree and end up just part of a pool.
This is so funny though. I'm sorry.
But his character was such a pain in the butt. Like every time he showed up, he was all torqued up about something. He's up, something's going on. He's just causing, well, Donna, all these problems, but they're married in real life.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It cracks me up because she gets so frustrated with him on the show.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think there might be a bit of truth in that performance. No. A little bit of truth.
Well, Cliff says it's not a hard acting job for her to be aggravated with him.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, okay. I keep telling people that I'm recommending it to, that it's kind of like horror Lost.
Yeah.
Because we really don't know what's going on. You're just you've got this group of people that you quickly become attached to, so that every time something happens to any of them, it hurts. And this season 3 was particularly rough.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. From the beginning to the end, like
it was like you can't binge it. You have to give a little bit of space between episodes, I think, because it's just so much.
Yeah, no, I think like season 2 at least, I feel like for me, I took some of that stuff going on, home. It's a heavy show. It's heavier. It feels so light, but it's a heavier show, I think, than I'm even realizing yet, right? So like
there's I know people like for the audience too, but for the characters in the show, there's no let up.
No, there's not.
One thing after another, and it just keeps coming.
Yep.
And like this last season, now you've got these creatures. They're smarter than what was believed, and now they're like doing things to kind of. They're showing that they can get to you during the day.
Yes,
and that's pretty terrifying. They did that with Cliff. They had Randall. They kind of left him with that face messed up. So you can't just pretend during the day that everything's okay, because you got these reminders out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with that being said, like now they can kill you in the day too. Like they can walk during the day. So I don't know. That's why I'm excited for this season. I really want to know, like, are the talismans going to work now, or like,
Yeah, so what happens? Something. There's more twists coming, because there's a twist in every episode.
There is. Just every episode. Oh my
I'm rewatching because my wife hadn't watched it, so we're rewatching. We're episode 3 of season 3, so we're on the new season. But she's in Portugal this week, so I got to wait for her to come back to finish. But the rewatch has been great for me because I'm seeing things that I missed the first time. Because when it started, I was watching it week to week.
Yeah.
And it took a long time. So I'd forgotten some things that happened in season 2 and season 3, and then we watched it again. And I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty important.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that happened. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, me too. Like I remember I watched it like 3 times. I got family, so I watched like the first episode. Sometimes I watch by myself when it comes out to see if I got to cringe or hide my face. I'm saying what I did. So I usually watch that or skim through it, and then watch it like with friends, and then after that I watch it with my family, because they were this year they had like a watch party, whatever.
Oh, I was going to ask you what your family thought about you being on there.
Oh man, they like it. They like it.
Are they worried about you? Like, do they worry that your character's in trouble, or they just?
No, they don't like my character. It's so funny. They want me to work.
Why don't they like him?
I don't know. They think something wrong with me, my character and stuff. Like I thought I would have some Avengers like to protect Elgin's honor or whatever. But no, they don't like Elgin. They I think he's up to something. You know what I mean? And I would even get calls sometimes or texts from, my sister-in-law being
I
like,
just don't.
"Why'd
I
you
don't
do
know. You
that?" I'm
know,
like, "Yeah,
is he up to something, or is it just he's just trying to do the best he
yeah,
can, but he's actually hearing voices, so
yeah, yeah."
he's being influenced.
Yeah, he's being influenced, but he thinks it's like the same thing as, his premonition or his dream, when he
Yeah.
came into town. He believes, it's the same thing. Um, and that's not withholding the fact that he hasn't slept. So, I guess his willpowers are also probably down as well, right? So,
Yeah, I'm sure.
um, yeah, he still thinks he's doing the right thing. He really does believe
Well,
it
you
can
had
be
that whole
helpful.
storyline with the baby, which
Yeah,
hard to watch. That
yeah.
stuff she was going through was rough.
It was nasty. I can't lie. Oh my gosh. But the worst part for me was when the stomach went in. Oh my when
Yes.
yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal.
Yeah,
Man.
she came on the show and she's terrific. And she said it was hard for her to watch it.
Yeah. I imagine. No, yeah, it was brutal, man. But she did a great job picking. That's my buddy. She did such a good job though. Like
Oh, she's amazing.
that whole man.
That's one of the cast is so good, and it's kind of a
Yeah.
mix of like experienced actors and newer actors, and
Yeah.
it just seems like everybody has good chemistry, and
Yeah.
that's rare on a show of such a large cast for everybody to be getting along.
That is actually true. You know what, man? I have to be, I'm glad. I think this is a unique show because everybody's cool. That it seems like everybody seems to like, if not, love, at least at the least tolerate each other. And
Seems, I
I
mean,
think that's, yeah,
it to
it's good.
me, everybody I've talked to is also a fan of the show, and that's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. That probably tells you it's a pretty good show if the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
in it are also they're not just loving it because they're in it; they're actual fans.
Yeah. 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 And that's me too. I'm a fan. I was watching it season one and then the additions came on. I'm like, I'm not going to get it. Let me audition for this, Oh, yeah, whatever. And then I got it and I was like, oh God, here we go.
Here
But
we
yeah,
go.
here we go.
I know.
And it's been so
I'm
great.
kind of like I grew up. Every show had 22, 26 episode seasons. It was
Yeah,
long
yeah, yeah.
seasons, and I loved it. And I've always fussed about the shorter seasons, but I'm kind of glad 10's enough for a season.
Yeah.
Like it's 10 episodes, but they pack like 20 episodes of stuff into them.
They do. They
I mean,
do.
it's so much
No,
going on.
and sometimes you have to watch it twice over sometimes. You
Oh
really
yeah.
do. Like, yeah, for me, I'm like,
I
just watch
recommend
this.
watching it a second time.
Yeah.
Just because we all pay, have varying degrees of attention. A
Mhm.
lot of times like my wife watches, she has to be playing on her phone because she can't handle when it gets tense.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I'm okay until it gets gory, and then I
Hmm.
got to distract myself.
You gotta distract. I feel
But you
distracted
do
too.
that stuff when you distract yourself, you end up missing stuff.
No. Yeah, that's so true. And I'm the same way. I got I lose attention quick too. So I'm the person that you watch a show with, and all of a sudden I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, wait, what'd they say? Back it up. So that's me. So watch it a second time. I see everything. That you didn't see before. And it's funny. I watched episode. What was I saying to everybody? I don't even remember what it was, but there was something in. It might have been season two. Oh yeah, no, I can say the opening season when they went to the real world.
Yeah.
I was like, watch everything, and then I saw some people, and then go back and watch the season again. And I didn't realize it until I read the scripts. But when when they came back and they went through episodes one and two, and it was actually the second time I was watching it. When we were down in LA, it's the second time I was watching it. I was like, wow, there's so many things that it's tying everything in
Yeah.
already from the end of the season. Like this
I
is
know.
it
I know.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like I had forgotten when she's back in the real world and she goes up into the attic and is looking at his uh
Yeah,
East wife's paintings.
yeah, yeah,
You got one of them's colony house. I
yeah,
completely
yeah.
missed that the first time we came through, but it was
Me too.
right
And one
there.
of them was the man in yellow, and I was like, "Oh my
Oh
god!"
yeah, the man
Like,
in yellow.
oh
Well,
my
they
goodness.
had the little boy they kind of highlighted, the boy in
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they kind of highlighted. So I remember him, but I'd
yeah,
missed
yeah.
all the
Couple
rest of
points.
that.
Yeah, me too. And the second time, I was like, "Wow, like that is some really good
I'm kind of
writing for
wondering,
what."
like, it is what happened to Tabitha? Because she's the little
Yeah,
girl, which I'd forgotten that there was that
yeah.
Victor had a sister. I'd forgotten that.
Hmm. Yeah, me
But
too.
you know, is she one of the little girls that's trapped, or is
Hmm.
is she the the kind of the presence that's been you've been seeing? That
Yeah,
makes me wonder what happened to Tabitha.
yeah. I'm curious about that too. Yeah, and
But she
with
probably like she could be trapped as a kid, maybe, or is
yeah,
she as old as Victor?
that is
And
true.
if she's as old as Victor, she could have been the woman that you were seeing.
Holy smokes!
I know.
Holy smokes! Oh, you're talking about Victor's sister, right?
Yeah, I think her
The
name was
one.
Tabitha. I think, right?
No, no, it's not Tab. No, that Tabitha is Julie's mom.
Oh, it's Julie's
That's
mom. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting the name. No, no. I'm
yeah, no,
talking
but
about Victor's sister.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah. I know
thinking
you're
of.
talking about yeah, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking
Because
yeah, I'm trying to think of the name.
because we don't know what happened to her.
No, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't either. But
We know she.
that's what.
Well, we know she went out. She may just be dead. I mean, she may just
Yeah,
be dead, but we don't know.
but I guess you see though, this is where I think you know we're getting close to sinking on the same path because
Yeah.
the monsters and creatures for me, watching a few times, it looks like Victor has gone down to those caves and they know
Yep.
Victor for some reason. You're not bothering Victor, but they know Victor. It is just
Well,
me
he's been
speaking
there
out my
for
mind.
his whole life.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking, wouldn't they like if they actually killed Victor's sister? Wouldn't they taunt that over him or something? Or
I
they
would
never once have
think.
taunted. And I'm
No,
like,
they're
what?
not
So where is
giving.
she?
They kind of leave him alone.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's something I really am looking forward to. I really want to know what happened to Victor's sister, because yeah, she disappeared, and that's yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it may just be that maybe she's just gone, but I don't think so. I think she's
no, no,
at
no,
some point we're going to find out something more about
yeah,
her, or she's going to
yeah,
come back,
yeah. Or she coming back? That's true.
or she's
Maybe
already
she
come
also
back,
escaped.
and we don't know, or she escaped. We just
Ooh,
don't know any of
escape.
that.
No, I am curious this season to see what happens with Jade and Tabitha because of that. The bomb, the bombshell at the end that dropped. I'm really
Yes.
curious.
Yeah, that's a good point because that's got to go somewhere.
It has to go somewhere, yeah. Especially now with Jim. I have a question for you
Okay.
as a viewer. Do you think like with Jim do you believe that was in the real world or was that in like a flashback or something, a premonition? Like,
Oh, that's a good
yeah,
question. That's a good
yeah,
question. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've really thought that through because
uh,
it's it could have been the real world,
yeah,
but I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know. I don't
That's
know.
a
I'll
lot of
let you know
weight
when I
coming to
get
season.
back to that one to watch it
Yeah.
again. Then I'll try to make a decision
I
because I don't know. That's a
don't
good
know. Yeah,
question though because something's going on there.
something's going on. Yeah, yeah, and
I'm kind
that's
of
something
the
else.
opinion that everything that you see or hear means
Yeah,
something. It's connected to something. We just don't know where it all connects yet.
and I agree, man. I think so. I think that's what makes this show so exciting. Is like you're always guessing. Like I feel some shows you can guess what's going to happen,
Yeah.
but for this one, it's like you can't. Like it's really hard
No, you're going
to
to guess
figure out.
wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Even when you think it's going in a different direction,
I'm
you
going to give you
know.
here's your left field theory.
All right,
So
here we go. Here we go. Yes, I like it.
when
I
I
like
was
it. I
in
like it. I like it.
college, and this has been 35 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I took this writing class. It was I think it was a fantasy writing class, which is probably why I took it. That was kind of
Ooh, I like that.
yeah, it was a pretty good class. But I had this teacher, and for whatever reason, we had a short story we were supposed to read for class, and I didn't read it. I don't know why. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have an answer for her. And of course, she calls on me to ask me what I think about this story. And I have no idea. I didn't read it. So I'm just taking cues from what other people have said. And I said, what if he's in a coma and all this is just happening in his dreams? And I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just reaching. I'm like, she is going to hammer me because obviously I have no clue what the story is.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't. What she says was, "Oh, coma theory. I like that." And she's like, "What about you guys? What do you think about this coma theory?" And I bring that up because what if Victor's just in a coma
Oh my gosh,
and all
no.
of this is in his head?
Oh my God, that made me so mad.
Like what
Oh,
if he's been in a coma for 50 years? And it's just,
That would suck. Yeah.
I mean, that's probably not it,
Wow.
but it just made me
You never
think
know. You never know.
because the rest of the semester in that class, anytime someone got kind of stuck on answering a question for her, she's like, maybe it's one of those coma theories.
Coma theories. It was one of those coma theories. Listen, I did the same thing. It didn't go successfully like that. But yeah.
If it ends and Victor is just waking up in bed, I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
oh.
Come on, man. I know. 5 years of my life. Man. No, but that's what is so cool, man. I don't even know. And it's funny because I get all my theories going on before the season starts. And then the minute I get script one, it's like, oh,
out the window.
forget it. Out the window, forget it. That you should sometimes I wish like there was like a camera or a recording something just to see the cast because that's a lot what we do. We all sit, we get the new scripts, especially when new scripts come out and there's a big cast day in the cast hold, and we're all sitting there like trying to figure out where it's gonna go, and we have the secrets, and then we wait patiently for the scripts to drop.
I like the thought of the cast sitting around trying to figure it out.
Yeah. We all do. And we're like, oh no, I heard from this person that they believe this is gonna happen, and I think this because I had a conversation with John, and everything we've ever said has never been right, like never been, and it's always usually better. You know what I mean? Especially coming in episodes 9 and 10, like. Yeah, we thought a whole bunch of stuff was gonna happen, and what happened instead made everyone's like. I think after the table read, everyone was silent. Where it's like, holy crap!
Our table reads fun.
They are. They really are. My favorite part of the table reads is when Ricky reads for Ethan for Simon. Yep. Ricky reads for Simon, and Kaylin reads for like Jim or Boyd. That's like. Those are my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I love people switch around, especially Ethan. No. The most top is when Ricky reads for Simon. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah.
They ought to when they release the DVD or something, they should put some of that on there.
Yeah, we should, man. We should do that. We should record.
I think people really like to see some clips from a table read. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think so too. You should pitch that for us, baby. Pitch that.
I'm gonna make some calls.
Yeah, please.
I went to see Chris Rock in LA, and I thought I was going to a comedy show. I thought it was his stand-up. But what he was actually doing, he was doing a table read for a remake of When Harry Met Sally.
Really?
So, yeah, where Chris was playing Harry. And then he brings out the rest of the cast, and I don't know if they're actually going to make it. I think he was testing it out, and I mean everybody that he brought out was a big star, and then they did the movie, but they're just reading at a table, and they did the movie, and so we're just watching them do a table read basically. But it was cool. I mean, it was.
This is recently.
It was last May.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's almost a year ago, but. It was cool because I was thinking I was going for comedy, and and it was funny, but it was it was more of a like he was testing it to see if it would go.
Yes,
if they actually made the movie, I think so.
Oh, that's actually so cool. That's a great experience, man.
I know. That's why I said I was like, well, anybody can see him doing comedy. I mean, this was cool.
This is cool. Yeah. That being said, that's what we should do. We should charge people to come to our table reads.
You should. People would do that. I mean,
I think so.
Have you got to do any conventions yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, you got to do a convention or two.
Yeah.
Because that's when you can do that type of stuff. That stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Hey, I want to see one. I have to go to one. That's one thing on my bucket list is to go to a convention.
You have to.
It's funny.
You'll have the best time.
Yeah, and like when I was a kid growing up, I used to watch this. Here it was called Space Channel or Sci-Fi Channel, and they used to always have these specials where they're going to like the conventions and stuff and showing everything at these conventions. I used to sit there.
Oh, it's cool.
One day. It's coming, man. I'll be there one day.
Well, you're in a show where that's the type of show they have at conventions. So you should be good. True. If you did no other acting the rest of your life, you could still show up at conventions as Elgin and people would know who you were.
What?
I'm telling you. You're set for life. Just show up at conventions and set up a table. You're set.
Yeah, I just at my own table. Love just
Set it up. I've
30
always
years
said
from
that.
now.
Not that I could act, but if I was an
Yeah,
actor and I was in a
you can. Yeah,
show in a popular role,
yeah, yeah.
I'd just show up at conventions like in costume. I'd be like, I'm here.
I'm here. Let me in.
Give me a
Do
table.
it. That's a hustle, man.
That's right.
I
That's
like
right.
it. I'd put my hat down in front of the table too, look for tips and stuff like that,
That's it.
donations.
That's
Yeah,
it. You know,
set
bring
for
you
life,
some
baby.
headshots and stick them out there.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
like, $25 for an autograph.
$25. You want it? Geez, set for life. Oh man, you put me on game today.
Do you have have you heard a date yet for when you got to go back on set?
Oh, no. The last thing I heard is, well, I'm doing a theater show in March until like mid-April. So
Yeah.
I know for a fact it's either late April to like maybe June, but I think I'm getting a feeling it might be in the summer. We might start filming in the summer.
That's
So
what I was kind of
yeah,
thinking. Summer, and then
yeah,
maybe do we get it near the end of next year, or do we?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think when we started shooting, when I started, we started shooting in July and we finished around like November, December, and then it came out in April. So I'm thinking, yeah,
Oh yeah.
if it's
So
in this,
probably
if it's
so
the
we
summer,
may be about a year away
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's
That's
the
gonna be
only
good.
downside. Only
Yeah,
downside. Takes too long.
it does take too long. It does, but like it's fine art. You know what I mean? It's the
That's right.
writing and stuff is like really good. Like they, John, Jeff, and Jack really take their time. You know, producing it, creating it, and giving it like showing it. So
Yeah.
I think yeah,
It's
the
worth
wait
the wait.
sucks, but it's worth it. It is worth the wait. For me, it's like I just want to work. Like I just love the material. Like I want to go and work for it. I want to do something with it. But yeah, yeah, it's the wait can be long sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's the only downside for me.
yeah,
Although it's only a downside while you're waiting. Because then once
yes,
it
true.
comes out, you get
It's
through
great.
it and then you're waiting again. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that is true. I know people that say they're not going to watch the rest of the season until, or like episode 7. They're not watching the rest until the new
just
season came out. I'm like,
suggest
what?
to them that maybe they go ahead and do, film 2 seasons at once. And then we can get
Ooh,
them out a little bit quicker.
yeah, that could be true. Man. That can be true. I think that's
Tough to
what
do though,
people
because you
rumored
never
that.
know if a show's going to come back or not.
Yeah, yeah,
And a lot of
yeah,
times it doesn't matter if it's a good show or not. That's
yeah.
not part of the calculus.
No, no, that's true. But also too, filming back to back, like I don't know, like filming from it's hard, man. It's like
But it is. I
it.
bet it takes it out of you worse than it does watching it.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah.
Like and prepping for it and stuff because they shoot like you have to be ready almost at any point, you know. Because
Yeah.
I think this is with any show, you know, in the industry. But like I may get a call today that I got to go to set, so I have to have like always be working. Sometimes I get up in the morning and just like review, you know, everything that led me to where we are on the next shoot, next script, you know. So it's so fun, but it is heavy. And then yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's fun, but it's fun. You know, it's fun. I can't
You
complain.
can't
I'm sorry.
complain.
Is my light okay? I think it just
Oh
got
yeah,
dark.
no, it's good.
So yeah, okay, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought I saw it flicker or something, but yeah, you're coming in
No,
fine. You're coming.
all right, sweet, sweet, sweet. I think I
So
turned it up. I turned it up. My screen up right this time.
you
Yeah,
mentioned Washington Black. Can you tell
yeah,
us anything about that one? What's that about?
yeah. Washington. That was. Oh my gosh, shot that. They shot that 3 years ago.
Oh, it's been that long.
3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago today. I think they started shooting. Holy crap! Wait, we're in February.
We're
Yes,
in,
I think
yeah.
like 2 years, almost on the 25th. I think they might have started. From my memory when I was working on crew and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great story. It's a story about a young, black adventurer named Washington Black, like escaping slavery to chase his dreams and becoming this great like inventor. And it's just like an Odyssey story of him
Oh, that sounds
journeying.
good.
Yeah, they shot it. It's I think Disney is the producers like that
Oh, well,
area
it's
of the
probably going to
world.
be pretty good then. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not
And
like
Selwyn
they
Hines, the
skimp on
showrunner.
anything.
Yeah. What do you say? Say that again.
I said they don't skimp on anything. If
Oh no, they
you're
don't.
making
No.
a show, you got your resources. So
Yeah, and they're making a show that
yeah,
it's a good. I think I seen some clips here and there, like
yeah.
just around, and it looks really good. Like this is when we were shooting it, and it looks really good already. It was before the CGI. Like they shot in Mexico, they shot in
Cool.
Iceland, they shot here, so
Who's
Yeah, it's a
who's
good
playing
show.
the title role?
The time Washington, young Washington, adult Washington Black is played by my buddy Ernest Kingsley. He's from London. You'll be hearing about his name soon. Once it out,
The
trust
name
me.
sounds familiar. I'm gonna look
Yeah,
him up. I'm
yeah.
gonna look him up.
He was in Sandman. He was in Sandman. I know that for sure.
Oh,
He was in
that's why.
Sandman.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Ernest
yeah.
Kingsley. Yeah, and also Sterling K. Brown is in it, and yeah, it's
Oh, that
incredible.
guy.
Tom Ellis, Tom Ellis is
Have
there.
you been watching Paradise?
Paradise? No, no.
That's
Paradise?
Sterling's new one.
Oh shoot.
It's on Hulu, and it's kind of it's a mystery. So something has destroyed the planet,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the survivors have to move underground. They're living
Oh,
underground, and then the
yes.
president that goes underground with them gets killed, and then the
Mhm.
mysteries you're trying to solve this
Oh
to
shoot.
kill the
I
president.
heard I didn't know he was in that, but I did hear about that. I did hear
Yeah,
about that.
it's
Like a quick
good.
trip.
It's good. There's
I
only
gotta
been
watch
four
that.
episodes so far because it's
Yeah.
one,
Let me jump
weekly.
on. Let me jump on
You
that.
need to jump on
Yeah.
her now because it's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
will.
It's
See,
early.
I will, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But also keep your eyes up for Washington Black. That is gonna be so it's yeah. Ernest Kingsley and Yola, I forget Yola's last name, my other buddy. They're like the two main and love
Oh,
interest,
awesome.
and it's the performances are
And
incredible.
you've
Like,
got an appearance in it.
yeah, I do. I have a little appearance in there. Yeah,
Nice.
a little role. You can see my
I
face.
saw
So
when I was getting ready to talk with you, I was looking things up, and there's a Reddit thread.
I,
There's a Reddit thread just about you. So the thread is uh, I like Nathan Simmons, and they need to let him do more. That was the thread, but then it had a couple hundred comments. People just comment about
yeah.
what they think you should be doing.
Yes. I want to be honest. I will say I agree.
I was like, nobody's got a Reddit post about me. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so funny.
So
I
that's
gotta
all
say
she
this.
wrote.
Yeah,
I like Nathan. They should let him do more. And then
yeah.
everybody commented on it.
I did not start that, Fred, by the way. I did not start that thread.
Well, that was kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Is that
Did I start it? No, I
you
did
start.
not. No, it's nothing I wouldn't do. No. Oh man.
It
But
would
it's so funny.
it would amuse me if you started it under a different name, and every day you created a new account and just commented on it as a different person.
Yeah, that's foolish, That's a waste of time for attention. I would never do that. That's doesn't even float
Well,
my mind.
they
Yeah.
the majority of the commenters were very complimentary about your hair on the show.
My
They
hair?
love Elgin's hair.
My hair on the show?
That's
What the?
I honestly
All right.
that's how it started. But I'm looking through the comments, and every other comment's about your hair.
My wow, I love his hair. Oh
It
my
was
gosh,
all positive though.
they intentionally like right now I haven't done it. I just showered and whatever. But like there was no product in my hair half the time. Like they're making it
Yeah.
look bad intentionally. So I'm really.
There you
Are you
go.
sure it was all good things?
It
I
was
have to
all
check
good
this out
things.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting set up. I feel like I'm
I
getting set
wonder
up.
if I took Elgin's hair and put it right here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'd be so fine.
I've thought
I can't
about
lie.
doing a different wig for every interview that I do and never say
Please.
anything about it.
Yeah. Please. Yes.
But they'd all
Please.
have to be kind of crazy.
Yeah. Like a mullet, one mullet,
Oh
put
yeah, a
some dreads in
mullet,
one day. Yeah.
maybe long red hair or something.
Yeah,
Once,
yeah, yeah.
it'd have to be something crazy every time. But I never mention it.
Don't mention it. Yeah. And if they ask about it, don't acknowledge it.
No, I
Yeah.
deflect.
That's what are you talking about? Yeah. It's my
Change the
hair.
subject.
Exactly.
Nathan, thanks for coming on. This has been terrific. I think you're such a talented actor. I'm sure you're a terrific musician too. Can't wait to see what you have coming next.
Oh man, I can't wait either. I do know what I have coming next. I'm doing there's a little show that's being it's in post production now. It's called 0 to 60. Shot it. It's based here in Nova Scotia. Shot it here. It's a little low budget comedy show. My friend has written and produced, so we're glad that's getting off. I'm
Oh,
doing a theater show here in Nova Scotia right now. In like 2 weeks, and it's called Fat Juliet. It's just another tale of Romeo and Juliet, but from Juliet's perspective, and if they
I
were,
like that.
you know, not conventionally what you could describe as beautiful or whatever. So,
Yeah.
um, great story, great story. It's really good. I told them when they wrote like, "Yo, I gotta make this a feature." Like, it's actually really good. We did it a few years ago, before the pandemic, actually.
Oh yeah. Well,
But
a lot of times those type of things turn into a feature. They
yeah, it should
start
be.
smaller, but then get made
Yeah,
into something bigger.
it should. It's brilliant written too. So I hope it does. But yeah, and
Well, if
after
that gets
that,
made, you got to come. Well, whatever happens, you got to come back.
yeah. Oh yes, man. Please,
Well, and I
yes.
told Cliff this too. When the show's done, you guys got to come back on, and we have to get into what happened, because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can't
yeah.
you can't really talk about it yet. But once it's
No, no,
done,
yeah,
then we got to talk
yeah.
about
About everything and the ins and outs.
it. The ends that
You
we got to
know,
get into it.
the secrets that were said. You know, and all of it. Yeah.
I told Cliff, he's not on the show anymore. He'd be the perfect like after show host.
You're not
Like they
wrong.
do, like Walking Dead has Talking Dead.
Yeah, Talking
He
Dead.
could
Yeah,
totally
he
do
really
a
would.
From one.
He would really be the perfect after show host. I'm not lying. Like right after from, just even if it's 20 minutes, just a
Just
clip.
20 minutes. There's Cliff.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you bring whoever was kind of the main point of the episode, you bring them
yeah.
on for a minute.
Ooh, that's so
I
good.
told him, I was like, if they don't let you do it, you should just do it as a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's
Why
true.
not?
Or do it. Like, I think that's a great idea.
I do
I
too.
love that.
Pass that
I would
along.
love that. I'll try. I mean, listen to Elgin. Last time they listened to him, look what happened.
True.
I'll try.
True. He hasn't had a good track record
Not at all. Not at all.
so
His
far.
claim to fame was driving a van and it went to his head. He drove a van and then it went to his head. He didn't
It
even
was
go
too
into the
much.
room to help him. Just say, oh, okay, I'm done.
That's
Did
done.
all I can
That was
today.
all he could do. So, Nathan, before I let you go, where can we find you on social media?
At DB Simmons. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
pretty
it.
nice.
Yeah, DB Simmons. It's
I
yeah,
like that. Yeah, I like that.
that's Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty well. Instagram's all you need.
Yeah, I was gonna say Twitter, but I don't. I'm not on Twitter like that. I don't even know. I think it's DB underscore Simmons. DB underscore Simmons on Twitter. You'll see if you see a baby face, it looks like this. That would be me. Yeah, I think that's what I have still. Maybe I should have changed that. But
Well, I mean, we post our episodes on Twitter or X,
yeah,
but the only time I'm really on there is if something's going on and I'm just trying to see what people are commenting about it.
yeah.
Because I don't,
Yeah.
other than the show, I don't really post on there. I lurk on occasion.
You lurk. Yeah, me too. Doom scroll, as they call it. I doom scroll
Doom
sometimes.
scroll. That's
Get
right.
sad and go, huh? What am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All
Not
right,
happy.
Nathan. Hold on one second. You have to come back. This has been so much fun.
Please, yeah. Yes, I'd love to come back, man. Yeah. This is a blast for me too.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm
I love
glad.
this.
Okay, hold on one. Boy, I love From, one of my favorite shows, and Nathan is absolutely fantastic on there. He's got a role that's not real easy to play because he has to play someone that's in his head quite a bit. And it's not it's difficult to explain exactly what he's doing, but the acting that he's doing is really, really good. If you haven't seen From, I don't know what you're doing. You need to go watch that. So good. It's an MGM show. I watch it on Amazon, but you can get it with an MGM subscription anywhere. In addition to Nathan, we've had 8 other members of the cast and more coming. That's how much we love the show. We just keep trying to bring the cast on. I love that I've talked to 9 of them and none of them know what is actually happening on the show. That just cracks me up. But it just shows you what a mystery it is. So do yourself a favor, check out From. Definitely check out Nathan's work. Moonshine's a good show too. So if you're looking for something to watch, Moonshine, really good show. And we've had a couple of that cast on the show as well. If you're finding us for the first time, I will mention too, I've mentioned this a few times, but one of the reasons that I love From is the lead actor Harold from Lost that plays Boyd on From. The character on the show has Parkinson's, and I have Parkinson's. I've talked about that a few times his acting, incorporating the progression of Parkinson's is just stellar. It's very subtle. You know, the things that he's doing are, if you're not watching for them, you probably miss them. But just telling you, coming from somebody that has Parkinson's, he is doing an outstanding job portraying it. Just terrific. So definitely check out. If you're finding us for the first time, so happy that you're here. We would love to have your support. It's easy to do. It's free. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please subscribe. That's all you need to do. Doesn't cost you a dime. Really helps us out. Our website is meistercon.com. You can find 908 currently and counting episodes, audio and video versions. If we're doing something in studio, if we're going on location, if we're covering a convention, it'll be on the website, meistercon.com. So please check us out there as well. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Bye, everybody.